Hi guys, Mons here. On this episode about Le Mans, we're going to be looking at week three for the Lakers. So for this week, Lakers played three games in total. They went 2-1. It's a pretty decent week to be honest. However, the loss to the Hawks was very disappointing simply because the Hawks had all their stars sitting. However, I'm going to go through the three games as best I can here. So the first one was against the San Antonio Spurs. I was looking forward to this game simply because we had Luca and we facing off with Wembanyama. Big fan of Wembanyama. He's been an absolute balling out this season. So I wanted to see what he can do under bright lights against an away arena, Lakers arena against Lakers team. Especially with this Lakers team being very good so far this year. So in this game, obviously no LeBron yet. Austin Reeves also out. He was out for this game. It was nursing a groin injury. It was a back and forth game, to be honest with you. It wasn't a game where a team went up by 15 or 20 points. It was a back and forth game, tight game. However, it was a poor shooting night for the Lakers, but they still kept in touch with the Spurs. This is what's good about the Lakers this year. They might be having a bad night. However, they try their best to keep in touch with the opposition team and don't let them get too far ahead in points. And the crowd, for me, also the Lakers crowd, is very poor. It's just rich people just going to watch games, and obviously the crowd that actually will make noise are the very back in the nosebleed area. So even last year's playoff, or whenever I'm watching Lakers for the last couple of years since LeBron's been there, the playoff atmosphere isn't great. Atmosphere during the games isn't great. You compare that to, like, let's say San Antonio Spurs, the Golden State Warriors, other teams. The crowd is unbelievable. OKC crowd unbelievable last year. I remember watching the playoff. Indiana Pacers crowd was unbelievable last year in the playoff. This Lakers team, the crowd it just lacks people that are actually passionate about the sport. Just simply because there's always celebrities in the front from the front rows, and the couple of rows even back, they're always still celebrities as well. So that's just my 2 cents on the Lakers crowd. So everyone literally this game again. Luka was scoring with ease. You know what Luka's going to give you. You're looking at 28, 29, 30, 32 points a night, 8 to 9 rebounds, 8 to 10 assists as well. You know what you're going to get from Luka. I was very disappointed in this game with Rui Hachimura. He wasn't aggressive enough to start off. It was just settling for 3-point shooting, or maybe not getting to the rim. And he missed a couple of bunnies at the rim as well. I was very surprised because Rui is very athletic. I don't think Rui Hachimura uses his brain enough while playing basketball. That's Rui Hachimura's problem, in my opinion. It's just with Wembanyama, Lakers did a very good job on Victor Wembanyama. They frustrated him. They put a man in front of him. They put a man behind him. They doubled him whenever he had the ball. They tried to get the ball out of his hand. And before this game, I was fearing the worst for wear, simply because I thought Wembanyama was absolutely going to destroy the Lakers on the inside. And because our center, DeAndre Ayton's actually been very good this year. However, I don't feel anyone can guard Wembanyama. So I was very surprised how good we guarded Wembanyama. So it was late into the game, into the fourth quarter. I think there was a 3-point game. Rui Hachimura and DeAndre Ayton doubled him, and they forced Wembanyama into a turnover. And Wembanyama also fouled out of this game as well. I'm telling you, the Lakers did a fantastic job of Wembanyama in this game. It was unbelievable. It was a poor game offensively. Both teams shot very poorly, in my opinion. However, Wembanyama fouled out. He was like Luka made a huge setback three, and I think Lakers were up by 1 point with 2 minutes left. They made hard work of it, to be honest with you, because there was one stage there they were up by a point or two, like about 10 seconds left, and then Marcus Smart stepped out of bounds before actually putting the ball in bounds. So Spurs had the ball and they had free throws. They missed the first free throw. They had to score 2 points, so they missed the second one on purpose and tried to they got the rebound. However, they didn't score from it. So it was an ugly win for the Lakers. But look, we'll take that early in the year. Another win. Keep stacking up the W's for the Lakers this year. Luke ended up with 35, 9, and 13. Surprise. DeAndre Ayton had a fantastic game. He ended up with 22 points and 10 rebounds, double. And quick word on DeAndre Ayton. He's been absolutely very good. He's been a brilliant pickup this year for the Lakers. When he got released by Trailblazers, I was a bit iffy on him, but so far so good this year for DeAndre Ayton. So the next game I'm going to go through here is the Hawks. I penciled this game down as a easy victory, in my opinion. Hawks haven't been great, and when I saw the injury report for the Hawks, all the start Trae Young was out. Porzingis was out. Everybody was out. I was just like, oh, this game, Lakers are going to win by 10 or 15 points. But it actually had the opposite effect on the Lakers. Lakers were very, very lackadaisical starting this game. They were nonchalant as well. I was very, very disappointed. After the first 2 minutes, you could just tell the Lakers weren't in the mood to play tonight, and they weren't ready for this game. They took their foot off the gas, and they were very, very laid back. They were very sluggish. And Hawks scored 37 points in the first quarter. It was very, very good for the Hawks, but it was disgraceful defending from the Lakers, in my opinion. That was the worst quarter after the Lakers played this season so far, so early in the season so far. Hawks were knocking down three like there was no tomorrow, if I'm being completely honest with you. But like I said, nights like this happen in the NBA, where you go on a road trip. The stars are missing. You take it easy. However, you end up losing. Look, no overreaction whatsoever from me. Look, nights like this happen in the NBA. There was no overreaction whatsoever from me. I was still, I was looking forward to the next game. I was looking forward to how the Lakers are going to bounce back from into the next game. Next game was the Charlotte Hornets. This game was a good win. They had a couple of stars missing again, so I was like, "Oh Lord, I don't want the same thing to happen against that happened against the Hawks to happen against the Hornets again." LaMelo Ball is ankle injury again. He has degenerative ankles. LaMelo Ball. I feel bad for him because the baller, but I don't think he plays within basketball, in my opinion, as well. I'll get through that. I'll get through that another day. Hornets started very, very well. It was a poor fourth quarter from Lakers, and I was like, oh, the same thing's going to happen again. They're going to start off with slow energy, and they're going to be too far behind to try to get back. I fear the worst for wear in this game again. However, in the second quarter, Lakers stepped it up a lot, and especially in the third quarter, Lakers stepped it up a notch defensively as well. And Marcus Smart had, I think, is it 8 or 9 steals? I think that's a record for the Lakers. Joint record for the Lakers. Marcus Smart has actually been unbelievable. Marcus Smart has been very, very good for the Lakers and has been one of the leaders in the locker room. And I think he's a defensive leader as well for this team. And Marcus Smart brings us defensive DNA for this Lakers team that we have lacked for the last couple of years. So that was a very, very good pickup. And that's shout out to Rob Pelinka. I'm very, very critical of Rob Pelinka. But like I said, with me, there's no agendas whatsoever. I call it as I see it. If I think someone's doing a bad job, I'll call it out. If I think someone's doing a good job, I'll call it out. And I think Rob Pelinka, the off-season acquisition so far this year, all of them has been balling out. LaRavia, Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton, all very, very good pickups. So hats off to Rob Pelinka in this situation. So back to the game. So Lakers held Hornets to 15 points in the third quarter. Lakers are notoriously bad in the third quarter. However, in this game, they stepped it up big time, scoring 31 points and only allowing 15 points. And from that stage onwards, I just felt like Lakers were always going to win this game. Like I said, Luka again, unbelievable. Ended up with 38 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. If you look at that, you're just like, oh, his average. That score actually brought down his average, which is mental. Like, Luka's been absolutely balling out this year. But what I would say about this whole Luka situation. When Luka got drafted to the Dallas Mavericks, first 2 years, I was a big fan, a huge fan. Watching him, I was like, wow, this is going to be the next guy after LeBron James. I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna be a big fan of, and I am a big fan of Luka. He's probably my favorite player after LeBron James, and I will keep following him even after LeBron retires. However, his style of play is very heliocentric. Luka Doncic, he has a very, very heliocentric style of play. I don't know if that style is going to work with great teams in the playoff. Like, I know he got mastery final. However, the Celtics absolutely battered them 2 years ago. But this Lakers team with the coach JJ Redick, I think that might work simply because you're going to have LeBron to come back. You're going to have Austin Reeves as well there with you. Whereas the Dallas Mavericks team, I know you had Kyrie, but in the finals they got absolutely battered. So that Luka style where everyone just standing around waiting for what he's going to do, Luka just pound the ball, pass it off, or shoot 3 points. I don't know if that's going to work against big teams in the late playoff round. But on a good note, there's LeBron's going to be there hopefully come playoff time, and Austin Reeves is going to be there hopefully come playoff time as well. So that might be a plus. That might help Luka in my opinion. Also, Austin Reeves came back. He dropped 24 points on the night. The chemistry between Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic is fantastic. But you can tell both guys are huge fans of each other. They bounce off each other. It's great to see. This Lakers team, the team chemistry in this Lakers team is fantastic. This Lakers team has a DNA now. You stop the opposition from scoring. You're going to be the hardest worker on the night. You're going to be the best shooting team on the night. You're going to be the best defensive team on the night. That's the DNA JJ Redick has brought to this Lakers team, and I'm over the moon for this Lakers team. Like I said, I feel like I'm not going to get to it. I'm not going to get to it, but I do feel like something special is going to happen this year with this Lakers team once LeBron gets back. I think LeBron has now been assigned to train with the G League, 5-on-5 activities basketball wise. So hopefully, next couple of weeks, see LeBron back on the floor. That's my review for this week. Lakers. Lakers are playing OKC Wednesday night. That's going to be a good game to watch. I can't wait to watch. I want to see how the Lakers are going to play against a genuinely great team. So I'll come back next week to review their week 4. This week, Lakers went 2-1. I think the record so far this season is 7-3. They're 14 in the West. Fantastic, I think, so far. You have to keep in touch with the top teams in the West. You can't go too far behind and trying to play catch up later in the year. So the great start for the Lakers has been fantastic. Thank you for watching my videos. If you make it to the end, I do appreciate all the support. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Lakers Nation for life.